From the escalating trade war sparked by President Trump's tariffs to a scathing rebuke of the administration by a U.S. judge, tonight's news cycle is dominated by stories with global implications. We'll break down the latest developments, analyze the potential fallout, and bring you expert perspectives from around the world. So, buckle up, because we've got a lot to cover. The Trump administration is digging in its heels on tariffs, even as global markets reel from the uncertainty. Despite warnings from economists and business leaders, President Trump's advisors remain defiant, insisting that the tariffs are necessary to protect American jobs and interests. This hardline stance has sparked retaliation from trading partners like China, Canada, and the European Union, raising fears of a full-blown trade war. A U.S. judge has delivered a blistering critique of the Trump administration's immigration policies, calling the mistaken deportation of a U.S. resident to El Salvador egregious and unacceptable. The judge's scathing opinion highlights the human cost of the administration's hardline immigration policies and raises serious questions about due process and accountability within the Department of Homeland Security. This case is just the latest in a string of controversies surrounding the Trump administration's immigration practices. The United Nations is sounding the alarm over proposed cuts to international aid budgets, warning that the move could have devastating consequences for women and children in developing countries. The UN warns that these cuts could reverse years of progress in reducing maternal and child mortality rates, leading to a surge in preventable deaths. The agency is urging world leaders to reconsider these cuts, emphasizing the importance of international aid in saving lives and building a more just and equitable world. Chapter 4. The Israeli military has changed its initial account of a deadly incident in Gaza last month that left 15 Palestinian aid workers dead. While the military maintains that it was targeting militants, the revised account acknowledges that Israeli forces may have misidentified the aid workers, raising further questions about the rules of engagement and the protection of civilians in conflict zones. The incident has drawn international condemnation and sparked calls for an independent investigation. Tensions between Israel and Hamas have escalated dramatically, with the Palestinian militant group firing a barrage of rockets into southern Israel. Hamas claims the rocket fire is in retaliation for Israeli airstrikes in Gaza, which they say have killed and injured numerous Palestinian civilians. The Israeli military has responded with airstrikes of its own, and there are growing fears of a wider conflict. In Canada, the Conservative Party has announced plans to crack down on supervised consumption sites, sparking outrage from harm reduction advocates who argue that these sites save lives. Meanwhile, the New Democratic Party is promising to implement rent control measures if elected, a move aimed at addressing the country's affordable housing crisis. These contrasting policy positions highlight the stark ideological divide between Canada's major political parties. Hundreds of Canadians have gathered at the Manitoba legislature, united in their opposition to President Trump's tariffs and threats of annexation. The rally, organized by a coalition of labor union student groups and community organizations, is a testament to the strong sense of Canadian identity and the deep unease over the Trump administration's policies. The event is a powerful reminder that even in the face of adversity, people can come together to celebrate their shared values and stand up for what they believe in.